Hi everyone, Facebook Live. So checking in with you from a pub here in Paddington. We've just had dinner and Chris and I were discussing our next video ad over dinner. And it's great to be able to brainstorm new ideas, and what we wanted to do was really put into action what was talked about at 10 for 10. The critique that we both got with respect to our video ad, Stu, Justin and Jay gave us a critique on our video ad, and we were just talking about that and how we can put that into action when it comes to our next video. And we really started to think about some of the pain points, but more importantly, what was the impact of some of those pain points. And I've got two very separate journeys. The first journey is the corporate lifestyle, the corporate accounting job that I had as, a professional, doing the whole 9 to 5 grind, and there's a whole list of pain points that come out of that. Chris and I worked together in that very toxic environment, so that was a very big pain point. With that pain point comes implications, comes impact, and we need to delve deeper into the implications or the impact of those pain points. So we've been brainstorming on that. We also talked about my second journey, the second part of my journey, which has been the last 15 years really as a business owner, entrepreneur, and what has happened during that journey, and what was some of the pain points, because I did love my business and I loved real estate and I loved what it brought me, the satisfaction, the creativity around sourcing properties and rehabbing those properties and dealing with the internal team I loved. However, for some reason, I was attracting clients and investors that were just not connecting with my values. And I didn't even know why I was connecting with these people. And the pain that was, the implications, I know what the pain points were, and it was dealing with investors that were questioning my integrity, questioning my honesty, because for them it was just a transaction. My real estate business was very transactional, and it was more about the ROI than anything else. And this business is very different. The SFM online business model, with the community and everything that comes with it, the training and the education, it's not transactional. It's about the people. The real estate business, the investment business, was all about the ROI and just the numbers. And that's been the difference between my real estate investment business and the SFM online business, and that's really what we've been talking about tonight. We really started to dig deep on the impact and the implications of investors arriving or investors coming to me, questioning my integrity and questioning my honesty. The impact of that was depression and anxiety, a lot of anxiety. And we started to pinpoint it to a point in time. We actually remember it was a big turning point in our business, and it was a time where it was a Sunday on a weekend. And Chris and I were at an event. It was like a spiritual fair. And we were just there to just chill out and just enjoy and just listen to some psychic readers and, buy crystals and have some fun. And I got a phone call from one of my investors, and I'll never forget that phone call on a Sunday when it's really your time. And I picked it up, and this woman on the other end was really abrupt and really rude, and she was questioning my integrity based on the transaction that she was going through, that she was buying. And she was making out, or she was inferring that I was hiding numbers in the transaction. So in other words, there was hidden profit in that transaction that I was not revealing. And she was very abrasive, and I looked at Chris and I burst into tears on that Sunday. And I was so distressed about the fact that my values were being compromised and the fact that she was questioning my honesty, that it was such a huge turning point for me. And I think that tonight we've really identified my journey as a business owner, physical business owner, and we have identified the pain points, but we've also identified the impact and the implications. And we've also identified a story that's a turning point. And that's huge. And I think that's going to become and form part of our next video advert. I'm just going to put my glasses on to see who's here. Andrew, yes, we're in the pub. You guessed it, right? Where else have we been? Mark, great to see that you're here watching too. Oh, hold on, I'll just scroll down. Jill, great to see you watching. Love this juicy stuff. It's just what you need to delve into. Trust in that industry is really quick. Yes, yeah, exactly. We've really highlighted a lot of good stuff tonight, just over a drink. It's always a good way to work things out, right? I think that we all have to now really start looking at how we can communicate to our audience through our video ads, but not just communicate. It's not just to get that click. It's about what value can you provide, what story can you deliver that's actually going to get them hooked into your true pain points, but more importantly, the impact of those pain points. And Chris and I have also talked about let's just explore, let's research some of those keywords, those keyword areas that we can connect with. So think about, what are people searching for? What are they searching for? And then what is it that I can put in that video ad that's going to say, oh, that's what I just searched for? Like, be really, really specific about that keyword, that video ad, the pain points, the implications or the impact, and then a story that's going to sort of pull them through, that's going to keep them hooked, that's going to keep them connected, that's going to sort of say, wow, what's going to happen next? Like, I'm going to listen. And you know what? It doesn't really matter then how long your video ad is. And this was the words. These were the words, the advice that really came from three of them, Justin, Jay, and Stuart, at the 10 for 10. And Jill, the same words that Stu used: aggravate the situation and then help to solve it. We need to get more specific in our video ads. Chris and I we came out of 10 for 10 knowing that we've got to get a lot more specific. Can you do an advert with Chris building? How come I can't read the rest of the words, Chris? Can you see that?
I can't.
See, do I click on it?
Yeah.
Oh no, cancel.
Okay.
I can't read all the words on the live, so aggravate, I don't know how you... No, I'm not, no. Okay, don't know, but I think that, Chris, did you want to say anything?
No, you're going fine.
Oh, I'm going fine. No. There we go. Say hello.
Hi. Having a fun day at the pub. At the third pub today. So that's our share from Paddington. We're going to go back and over the next week or so we're going to start writing down some of those scenarios, some of those turning points. Firstly, for the corporate life that we were living, and a lot of the pain points there was my daughter and having to put her, I was a single parent, and having to put Emily into daycare, into vacation care, into after school care, before school care, you name it. And that was distressing for me. So that was a pain point, during my corporate life and working in a very toxic environment. It was extremely toxic. Chris and I were working and it was terrible. And then also, this whole era of working as a business owner and what was the pain points there. The SFM journey online business has just brought so much fulfillment. And the fact that we've discovered what our purpose is and the fact that we can filter everything through our purpose is so powerful.
And that's when you realise that I was never in alignment with my corporate profession, and I was never in alignment with my business. And your purpose needs to be your filter, and you can always check in with your values and always ask the question, are your values being not adhered to, but are your values being respected? Are you living by your values? And is this situation according to my values? So that's my share, everyone. Chris and I here from a pub in Paddington, and we've just had an incredible dinner here. The food's great here, we love it. It's just very good. I'm going to go back about 10 kilos heavier. So over and out. Bye, everyone.